Spider-Man's cultists continue to contend that the vile vigilante is a hero.
Welcome back to Director's Choice. The ending of Spider-Man No Way Home left fans with many questions. In fact, the entire movie did. When it was over, we were left to wonder about what the future held for Spider-Man, but that wasn't the only thing we thought about. Another question left unanswered was about the nature of the multiverse. The multiverse itself is a vast and complicated concept, so we can't expect Marvel to cram it all into one or even several of their movies. Still, the story in No Way Home had many fans questioning the multiverse of the Marvel Universe. For example, if the multiverse is full of an infinite number of universes, then why are the villains in No Way Home only from the original Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man? Shouldn't there be other villains who have faced other Peter Parkers throughout the universe? These are the questions I'll be answering in this video. So without further ado, let's untangle this confusing web. The spell Doctor Strange cast was supposed to make everyone forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but when Peter interfered, it pulled in people from other universes.
Did it work?
No. You changed my spell 6 times.
5 times.
You changed my spell. You don't do that.
But not just anyone. The spell pulled in people who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man. With such a simple requirement, you would have expected to see several Spider-Mans and Spider-Man villains from all across the multiverse, yet they only came from 2 universes. Why? This Spider-Man theory claims that the multiverse is more limited than we realize. After the spell was cast, many people wondered why only villains and Spider-Mans from the original Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man showed up on Earth 616. Why didn't the other Spider-Mans from the other universes come to Earth 616? Well, it's because there are only a few other Spider-Mans. In most universes, Spider-Man doesn't exist. The proof for this theory comes from a conversation that Doctor Strange had with America in Multiverse of Madness. He was talking to America and he mentioned Spider-Man. When he did, America asked, "What Spider-Man?"
Man?
Spider-Man. He has the powers of a spider.
Gross.
Because she didn't know who Strange was talking about. She didn't know who Spider-Man was because there is no Spider-Man in her universe, or in the universes she's been to. America tells Doctor Strange that she has traveled through many universes, 73 to be exact, and in all those universes, she never met or heard of Spider-Man. There may be only a few Spider-Mans in the multiverse. Although Spider-Man doesn't exist in most other universes, there's a good chance that Peter Parker does. Who is he in these universes, and why did he decide not to become Spider-Man? Some theories claim that most of the Peters from other universes are dead. Some say that the spider bite that gave some Peters their superhero abilities probably killed a few other Peters. Spiders are deadly creatures, so the chance of getting superpowers from a spider bite is 1 in 1,000. This means that there might be a few Peters in other universes who died from their spider bite. And it would have been a quite painful death. A spider bite hurts, but a bite from a radioactive spider must hurt like hell. These Peters might have even died from radiation poisoning. Other theories claim that Spider-Man is still a hero, but he goes by another name, like Man-Spider, or the Human Spider, or Spider-Guy, or maybe even Night Monkey. While this theory is believable, it doesn't explain why America had no idea about Spider-Man. Even when she heard about his powers from Doctor Strange, it still sounded unfamiliar to her. However, there's still a possibility that the problem is America. Maybe she doesn't know any Spider-Man because she doesn't explore the universes that she enters. Plus, there's the fact that most of the Spider-Mans in other universes act on a small scale. Assuming most of them stayed in their neighborhoods, like Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Man, instead of joining bigger superhero groups like Tom's Spider-Man, then maybe they didn't have that much fame. This would explain why America didn't know who they were. These other Spider-Mans didn't face Avengers-level threats that would give them Avengers-level coverage. They fought the bad guys in their neighborhood and the surrounding axis, which meant that not everyone knew about them. Another possibility is that America just happened to visit universes where Spider-Man didn't exist. There are an infinite amount of universes in the multiverse, and America had only been to 73. If you really think about it, she hasn't been to that many universes. If you compare 73 against infinity, you'll realize that her not knowing Spider-Man doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't exist. Yet another theory suggests that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but he doesn't operate in New York City, which would explain why America didn't know who he was. He might be stopping crime all the way across the world. Another fun theory places the blame for Spider-Man's non-existence on Jameson. The theory claims that after years of suffering Jameson's awful criticism, Spider-Man finally decided to give up. Why didn't any other Peters show up in No Way Home? When Strange cast a spell in No Way Home, only 2 of the Spider-Mans across the universe showed up. This could be because the other Spider-Mans don't go by the name Peter Parker, and Strange's spell brought in everyone who knew that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. In other universes where Spider-Man is Gwen or Miles, Strange's spell wouldn't have worked. Another theory claims that Tobey and Andrew's universes were the closest ones to Earth 616. Strange said that he managed to stop the spell before more damage could be done and that only a few people slipped through. It would make sense if the only people who slipped through were from nearby universes. This would explain why only 2 Spider-Mans and the villains from their worlds came through the gap. Before the 3rd installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man came out, fans came up with many theories. Some theories turned out right, while others were way off. One popular theory claimed that Mysterio was going to return in No Way Home. That theory didn't come to pass, but it was an interesting one. It suggested that Mysterio wasn't really dead and that he used his illusions to deceive people again. Although this theory didn't pan out, it does make a lot of sense. Mysterio spent the entire movie using illusions to fool people, so it wouldn't be crazy to assume that he had fooled everyone one last time. It would have been great to see Jake Gyllenhaal again, but alas, it turns out that he truly is dead. However, with the multiverse being vast and complicated, there might be a chance that Mysterio appears again. You never know which versions of Quentin Beck exist in the multiverse. The end of Venom Part 2 showed Tom Hardy's Venom finally entering the MCU. This led many fans to speculate that he might make an appearance in No Way Home. It would have been interesting to see the relationship between Venom and Spider-Man. In Tobey Maguire's universe, Venom is mostly a villain, but right now he's more of an anti-hero. Throughout the comics, Spider-Man and Venom have had a rocky relationship, so it would have been great to see how the relationship would be in the MCU. Would Marvel find a way to make them enemies, or would they work side by side? There are so many questions that might never be answered because Peter and Eddie didn't meet in No Way Home. Eddie got zapped back to his universe before meeting Peter, but he did leave a bit of symbiote behind. Maybe that symbiote will find its way to the Eddie Brock of Peter's universe and become a villain. There are so many ways this could go, but we're just going to have to wait to see what Marvel comes up with. The last theory we'll be looking at is the death of Spider-Man. Before No Way Home came out, a few fans who found out that Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Mans would be in No Way Home speculated that one of them would not leave to see the end of the movie. This theory suggested that one Spider-Man, most likely Tobey, was going to die before the movie ended. Thankfully, both Spider-Mans walked away alive. That wraps up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. What do you think about the Spider-Man theory? Do you think Spider-Man exists in other universes? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Also, take a look at this other recent clip by Director's Choice, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so you never miss an episode.